So the next concept is colligative properties. So this colligative properties topic is very important in the board exam. So definitely we will get one of the problem from this colligative properties. Okay, let us see what is colligative properties. So colligative is a word derived from the two Latin words co and ligor. Co and ligor. What is co here? Co means together. Ligor means to bind. Co means what, ma? Together. Ligor means to bind. So generally the properties of the solution mainly depends on nature of the solute and solvent and amount of the solute and solvent. So properties of solution mainly depends on properties of the solution depends on nature of solute and solvent, and one more we have amount of solute and solvent. Okay, what is the definition of this colligative properties? Means the property of the solution which mainly depends on amount of the solute. The properties of the solution which mainly depends on amount of the solute, does not depends on nature of the solute. That we are calling as what? Colligative property. Very important definition. Clear? What is colligative properties? Means the properties of the solution which mainly depends on amount of solute, or you can say here number of particles of solute. Number of particles of solute is called as what? Colligative property. The properties of the solution which mainly depends on amount of the solute or what? Number of particles of solute is called colligative property. Is called colligative property. Okay, na? It does not depends on which one? It does not depends on nature of the solute. It mainly depends on amount of the solute. Is called as what? Colligative property. So we have four important colligative properties are there. The first one we have relative lowering in vapor pressure. So we are writing here RLVP. What is RLVP? Relative lowering in vapor pressure. And the second one we have elevation in boiling point. It is denoted by delta TB. And the next one we have depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point, that is denoted by delta TF. And the last one we have osmotic pressure. It is denoted by pi ohm. So total we have how many colligative properties? 4 colligative properties. So definitely we will get one of the colligative property related problem in the board exam. Let us see the first colligative property, that is relative lowering in vapor pressure. Relative lowering in what? Vapor pressure only. Okay. So generally we already discussed in the past episodes regarding about the vapor pressure. Okay. When a non-volatile solute is added to volatile solvent, then what happens? The vapor pressure of the solution is what? Decreases. So I write here, when a non-volatile solute is added to volatile solvent, when a non-volatile solute is added to volatile solvent, the vapor pressure of solution is decreases. Already discussed the concept in vapor pressure of solid and liquid only. Okay. So generally the vapor pressure of the pure solvent is P naught and the vapor pressure of the solution is what man? PO. Vapor pressure of pure solvent is equal to P naught and vapor pressure of solution is equal to PO. Okay. So the difference in the vapor pressure of the pure solvent to vapor pressure of the solution is called as lowering in vapor pressure. Okay. I will write here lowering in vapor pressure. Lowering in vapor pressure is equal to what you want to write here? P naught minus P. P naught minus P means this is the difference between vapor pressure of the pure solvent to the vapor pressure of the solution only. So let us see the definition of this relative lowering in vapor pressure. So what is the relative lowering in vapor pressure definition means? It is the ratio. It is the ratio of lowering in vapor pressure to lowering in vapor pressure to vapor pressure of pure solvent. Vapor pressure of which one ma? Pure solvent. This we are calling, this is the definition of which one means relative lowering in vapor pressure. It is the ratio of lowering in vapor pressure to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent only. Okay. Now we can write here according to Raoult's law. According to Raoult's law. Okay. I will write here P directly proportional to mole fraction of the solvent. From this I want to write here P is equal to some P naught into x1. Some P naught into what? X1. What is x1 here? Mole fraction of the solvent. And what is P naught? It is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. Okay. Then P you can take the partial pressure moment. So from this I want to write here P by P naught is equal to x1. P by P naught is equal to what? X1. Now from this I will write the expression like this. How means here 1 minus P by P naught is equal to x1 is equal to 1 minus x1. Okay, if you do the LCM, what you will get? P naught minus P by P naught is equal to, I will write this one x1 because x2 is equal to 1 minus x1. x2 is equal to 1 minus x1. Now from this I write here P naught minus P by P naught is equal to, you know, mole fraction, number of moles of one component by total number of moles of all components only. From this I want to write here N2 by N1 plus N2. N2 by N1 plus N2. What is N2 here? Number of moles of the solute. What is N1? Number of moles of the solvent. So for dilute solutions, okay na, N1 is very lesser when compared to for very dilute solutions, N2 is very less than N1. So we want to neglect the N2 term in the denominator. From this you are getting P naught minus P by P naught is equal to N2 by N1. Now we can see N2 and N1. What is N2 here? N2 is equal to number of moles of solute. So from this you are writing here weight of solute by molar mass of the solute, that is N2. N1 is equal to number of moles of which one here? Solvent. That N1 is equal to W by M1. Now we want to write the formula like this. P naught minus P by P naught is equal to, what you will write here? W by M2. That you are writing here W by M1. From this you are writing what? W2 by M2 into M1 by W1. So what is the final formula you got here? P naught minus P by P naught is equal to W2 by M2 into M1 by W1. So this is the formula we are using to calculate the molar mass of the solute. Maximum in this case they are asking, they give the information and they are asking what is the molar mass of the solute. What is the final formula you got? P naught minus P by P naught is equal to W2 by M2 into what? M1 by W1. Now from this formula, how we will get the information from the given data only? Okay, generally I want right here P naught is equal to vapor pressure of the pure solvent and P is equal to vapor pressure of the solution. Vapor pressure of the solution. Generally, vapor pressure of the pure solvent P naught always greater than P only. In the problem, they give values of the vapor pressures. So in that, which is the highest value that represent P naught, least value represent what? P only. Now we can see here W. What is W here? W is equal to weight of solute and M2 is equal to molar mass of solute, and W1 is equal to, okay, so we can take it is a weight of solvent. M1 is equal to molar mass of solvent. Okay, how can you identify the value of solute and solvent? You know already in a solution, solute is very less, solvent is more. If the two values are given, okay, least value represent which one? Solute. Okay, large value represent which one? Solvent only. So sometimes they give molar mass of the solvent, they ask me which one? Molar mass of the solute only. By comparing the values like this, we have to identify the given information and we can find out the molar mass of the solute. So this is the first qualitative property, that is which one? Relative lowering in what? Vapor pressure. Once again you can see the formula what? P naught minus P by P naught is equal to W2 by M2 into M1 by W1. Now let us see one problem on relative lowering in vapor pressure. The problem already on the board only. Let us see the problem here. The vapor pressure of the pure benzene at certain temperature is 0.850 bar. A non-volatile, non-electrolytic solid weighing 0.5 grams when added to 39.0 grams of the benzene, and the molar mass of benzene is 78 gram per mole. The vapor pressure of the solution then is 0.845 bar. What is the molar mass of the solid substance? What is the molar mass of the solid substance? Let us see the answer for this question. First we want to write the formula. What is the formula for relative lowering vapor pressure? P naught minus P by P naught is equal to W2 by M2 into M1 by W1. M1 by W1. This is the formula. So by using this formula, we want to identify the molar mass of the solute, that is which one? M2 we have to find out. So from this problem, we have to get the data. So what is P naught here? P naught means vapor pressure of the pure solvent. Okay. The vapor pressure of the pure benzene means benzene is a solvent. What is the pure benzene value here? They given P naught value, that is 0.850. I will write here P naught is equal to 0.850. Now we want to write here P only. We have two values are there. One is 0.850. What is P? Vapor pressure of the pure solution. Okay. Now we can see this one. The vapor pressure of the solution then is how much? 0.845. I will write this one 0.845 bar only. Already give one clue for you. What is the clue? Generally P naught always greater than P. Already told you. We compare these two values. 850 is more and 845 is what? Lesser. So 0.850 is the P naught and 0.85845 is what? That is P ohm. Now W2. What is W2? Weight of the solute. Okay, now we can see 0.5 grams when added to 39 grams. So 0.5, 39 we can compare, which is solute. 0.5 gram is solute and which is solvent. 39 grams is the solvent. Now we write here W2 is equal to 0.5 and we'll write W1 is equal to 39. Means solute is always less than what? Solvent only. Now we have to write here M2. What is M2 here? M2 is we have to find and we have to M1, we have to know what is M1 here. This is the molar mass of the solvent. What is the solvent here? The solvent is what? Benzene. Benzene formula C6H6. Already they given molar mass how much here? 78 only. So like this you will get the information from the given data only. Now we want to substitute all the values in this formula. What is the P naught value we have? P naught is 0.850 minus 0.845 by 0.850 is equal to what is W2? That is 0.5 by M2 we have to find into what is M1? M1 is how much ma? 78. What is W1? 39 grams ohm. Again I am telling here P naught value 0.850 minus what is P value 0.845 by P naught value 0.85850, that is equal to W2 0.5, M2 you have to find and M1 how much? 78 and what is W1? 39 grams ohm. Now let us see the calculation part. Okay, now we see the calculation part for this one. Okay, if you want to subtract 0.850 minus 0.845, what you will get here? 0.005 by 0.850, that is equal to what is we have? 0.5 into 78 by M2 into what? 39. 39 here how many times cancel here? 2 times cancel on. Now we are getting 0.005 by 0.850 is equal to 0.5 into 2, 1 by M2. Now we are getting here M2 is equal to, due to the cross multiplication, what you will get? Cross multiplication you will get 0.850 by 0.005. 0.850 by 0.005. What is the answer you will get? You will get here 170. That you can write the units what? Gram per mole. Gram per mole. What are finding? We are finding the molar mass of the solute. How much you got? 170 units is compulsory. You have to write gram per mole. So this is the question asked in that 2020 March chemistry exam. So what is the question you can see here? The vapor pressure of the benzene is 200 mm of Hg when 2 grams of a non-volatile solute dissolved in 78 grams of the benzene. Okay, the vapor pressure of the solution then is 195 mm of Hg. Calculate the molar mass of the solute, and molar mass of benzene already given 78 gram per mole. So first you have to write the formula in the exam. P naught minus P by P naught is equal to W2 by M2 into M1 by W1. Okay, what is P naught? P naught is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. The solvent is benzene only here. Here we have 200 is there, and here how much we have? 195 is there, which is P naught. P naught is how much? 200 only. And P how much ma? 195 mm of Hg. Now you can see what is the weight of the solute here. Here 2 grams is there and here 78 grams is there. Which is least value? 2 grams, that is weight of the solute. And you can see weight of the solvent how much here? 78 only. And here molar mass of the solute you have to find, that is question mark. And the molar mass of the solvent is what? Benzene. They already given how much ma? 78 only. Clear? P naught is 200, P is 195, solute weight is 2 grams, solvent weight is 78 grams, molar mass of the solute you have to find, molar mass of the solvent already given, that is how much? 78 only. Let us substitute the values in this formula. So we have 200 minus 195 by 200, that is equal to 2 by M2 into here M1 value 78 and weight of the solvent also how much ma? 78 only. Okay. Here what you will get here? 5 by 200 is equal to 2 by M2 into 1 because 78 cancel on. Now we are getting here M2 is equal to 2 into 200 by 5 only. You will get 400 by 5, that is how much here? 80 gram per mole. This is what ma? M2. What is the molar mass of the solute mean? That is 80 gram per mole. So the next colligative property we have elevation in boiling point. Elevation in boiling point denoted by delta TB. Elevation means what here? Increase the boiling point of the solution only. So generally we have to know first what is a boiling point. What is boiling point? Okay. What is boiling point means the temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equals to atmospheric pressure is called as what? Boiling point. The temperature at which vapor pressure of liquid becomes equals to the temperature at which vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equals to atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is called boiling point only. Means at a particular temperature the vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equals to what? Atmospheric pressure is called as what? Boiling point only. Okay. So we want to add a solute to the solvent. The solute should be in the form of solid state only. Already we observed the changes, okay, by adding a non-volatile solute to the volatile solvent only. So generally when a non-volatile solute is added to which one? Volatile solvent. When a non-volatile solute is added to which one? Volatile solvent, the vapor pressure of the solution is what ma? Decreases only. If the vapor pressure decreases, what increases here? The boiling point is what? Increases only. Vapor pressure decreases, then what? Boiling point of solution is what ma? Increases only. Okay. When a non-volatile solid is added to volatile solvent, the vapor pressure of the solution is what? Decreases. When the vapor pressure decreases, what happened here? Boiling point of the solution is what ma? Increases only. Boiling point of solution is what? Increases only. Okay. Now here how can you define the boiling elevation in the boiling point only? Okay. The increase the boiling point of the solution. The increase the boiling point of the solution when a non-volatile solid is added to volatile solvent is called elevation in the boiling point only. Elevation in the boiling point. Let us see here one of the graph on here. Okay. This is a vapor pressure versus temperature only. Vapor pressure versus temperature. So this is the curve at 1 atmosphere only. Correct what man? 1 atmosphere only. Now we want to take initially what we are taking initially a volatile solvent only. Volatile solvent. Okay. So this is the vapor pressure curve for volatile solvent, or you can say simply it is a pure solvent only. What solvent man? Pure solvent. To this solvent, then what we are adding? We are adding a non-volatile solute. Then what happened here? Vapor pressure of the solution is what? Decreases solvent. Now the vapor pressure of the solution decreases. It is what here? It is a solution only. It is what man? Solution. It is a solution only. Now we can see at this temperature. Okay, this is the pot I am writing here. At this pot, at this temperature, the vapor pressure of the pure solvent is equals to atmospheric pressure. Okay, na? So this is the point. So this is, we can say, TB. What is TB? This is the boiling point. Sorry, this is TB naught. This is the boiling point of the pure solvent only. Now we can see the part of the second curve, that is the solution curve only. Okay. Now at this point, we will draw dotted lines. Okay. Now this is what point? At this temperature, the vapor pressure of the solution is equal to which one? Atmospheric pressure. This is called as what? Boiling point of the solution. That is denoted by T. That is denoted by T. Okay. Now we can see TB is there, TB naught is there, TB is there. We want to take the difference it is. What is the difference it here? Difference I made it is delta TB only. Understood all of you? So TB naught is the boiling point of the pure solvent. TB is the boiling point of the solution. The difference I wrote here, delta TB. Delta TB is equal to what you can write here? TB minus TB naught. Delta TB is equal to TB minus TB naught. What is TB? TB is the boiling point of the solution. What is TB naught? Boiling point of the pure solvent. TB is equal to boiling point of solution, and TB naught is equal to boiling point of which one means boiling point of pure solvent. Okay, so this is the delta TB. Now from this we have to define what is elevation in the boiling point only. The difference in the boiling point of solution to the boiling point of the pure solvent is called as what? Elevation in the boiling point. The difference in the boiling point of the solution to the boiling point of the pure solvent is called elevation in boiling point. Now we can see the definition of this elevation boiling point. The difference between the boiling point of the solution containing non-volatile solute and the boiling point of the pure solvent is called as what? Elevation in boiling point. It is denoted by delta TB. Denoted by delta TB. For dilute solutions, for very dilute solutions, elevation in boiling point, elevation in boiling point is directly proportional to, for very dilute solution, elevation boiling point directly proportional to molal concentration. Molal concentration. What is molal concentration? Molal concentration means it is a molality. From this you are writing here delta TB directly proportional to which one? Molality small m only. So from this you are writing here delta TB is equal to KB into M. Now we can see delta TB is equal to KB into M. What is KB here? KB is a constant only. What is M here? The M is what? Molality only. So you know already molality M is equal to weight by gram molecular weight of the solute into 1000 by weight of the solvent. From this I write here molality M is equal to W2 by M2 into 1000 by, I will write W1. What is W1? W1 is the weight of the solvent only. From this you are writing here delta TB is equal to KB into W2 into 1000 by M2 into W1 only. M2 into what? W1. So finally what is the formula you got? Delta TB is equal to KB. So delta TB is equal to KB into W2 into 1000 by M2 into what? W1. What I told here, KB is a constant only. What is KB constant here? KB is equal to boiling point. What ma? Boiling point. So KB is a constant only. The constant KB we have different names are there. The first one we have molar elevation constant, and KB also we calling as here ebullioscopic constant, and here one more we have boiling point elevation constant only. Boiling point elevation constant. This is regarding about which one? KB only. What are the units of KB we have? What are the units of KB here? Units of KB. Units of KB is equal to Kelvin, kilogram, mole inverse only. Kelvin, kilogram, mole inverse. So these are which one means units of KB only. Okay. From this I want to write this one. Delta TB is equal to what, ma'am? Delta TB is equal to what? Difference in the boiling point of the solution, that is TB minus TB naught only. TB minus TB naught. From this you know here boiling point of the solution always greater than what? Boiling point of the pure solvent only. Now we can write here W2. What is W2 here? W2 is equal to weight of the solute. And what is W1 here? This is weight of solvent. And what is M2? M2 is equal to